He in the middle, a little undersized, but very athletic. Paul Pierce looks out.
The rebuilding of this franchise. They trust him.
And Walker, one of those players Pitino had at Kentucky. Vince Carter with his first basket in the NBA. You see that
it's in the 12, 14-foot range. He can hurt you because he leaps so well.
There's Carter forcing the steal, and Christie runs right by Batiste. And
head challenging the basketball 24, 25 feet from the basket.
Paul Pierce forces the turnover. Kenny Anderson, Antoine Walker, he's got 11. Bowen thinks about it. 5 on the shot clock. Now hoists the 3 and hits the... Christie, tough one. Really nowhere to go. Got it back. Nowhere to go again. Paul Pierce, outstanding defense. He is showing
extra reach.
Known for his scoring more than anything else at Kansas, but how about the defense? Not once but twice on Doug Christie.
Of course, you know Rick Pitino.
With the guys expected to be among the contenders for Rookie of the
bench for the time being. He's willing to do that.
Rick Pitino said 2 lopsided wins in the preseason mean nothing as Walker finishes again.
Bounce pass right on the money.
And a steal. D. Brown takes it away from Kenny Anderson. Underneath Doug Christie, good hustle, blocked by Pierce, blocked by Shinsius.
He's making himself known.
He was a guy projected to be taken 4th, 5th, or right around when the Raptors were picking. He fell to 10th, and it may be the steal of the draft. Was with the Raptors to help groom, as you said, guys like McGrady and Carter.
And of course, if they move, that won't be because the Raptors are disappointed in them.
Paul Pierce snaps a 9-0 Raptor run and brings.
To finish that thought, you know, other teams certainly would place a high premium on those kinds of players as they make a playoff run. They would be in high demand, and they'd have to look and see what they could get in return.
Pretty nice move under the hoop by Vince Carter. More of a factor, and also because it's a little bit better this year when you can bring McGrady, Slater, D. Brown off the bench, and the team in scoring last year appears to have worked himself into the doghouse here in the early going.
It's fouled before the release of the shot.
That is more Vince Carter's game than standing at 23 feet and launching 3-pointers, although his shooting. Brown returning home to where he spent 8 years as a member of the Celtics as Carter hits them both.
D. Brown in the ballgame, and they leave McGrady alone against that extended full court pressure.
Celtics give it right back. Paul Pierce. Carter got back, and he and Oakley combined to knock the ball away. Numbers for the Raptors at the other end. Alvin Williams with a little head fake. Wide open, Kevin Willis.
Kevin running up and down the court. Here you see Paul Pierce, this man, easy shots develop.
Anderson gets a screen from Walker. In the corner, Pierce. 3-pointer from Paul Pierce.
He's capable of making that shot.
Christie looking inside for Willis. Baseline, Carter spins, elevates, and hits.
That's an excellent move by Vince Carter. Spinning. Here you see Vince Carter going to the glass. Kevin Willis keeping the basketball alive, following up. Wherever the ball goes, you see a player like Kevin Willis not stand still and wait.
Double team on Walker. Open man, Pierce. He's got 1-3. He's got another 3 from the same spot. Bruce Bowen's wrist, although he's in the game. Popeye Jones, the ex-Raptor, is on to Boston. He's got a bad quad, and he hasn't played tonight. So they got a lot of aches and pains. Look at the leaping ability by Vince Carter.
Yeah, that's
defeated the starters, and he didn't know whether to be happy about that or worried. Does that mean his bench is better or his starters are worse than he thought? Has 21 points and 14 rebounds. Paul Pierce. Oh, my!
Classic move up and over the defense, using the backboard to create the angle. You put the ball high on the glass, you're going to be able to beat any extended shot block opportunity. Paul Pierce executes perfectly. Doug Christie at the other end answers with a 3-pointer for the quarter, and Paul Pierce might have the play of the night. Well, this is a classic right here. He goes high on the backboard. He wants to avoid going into the middle and getting the shot blocked, puts it up high on the glass, hits the top of the box, and drops right through the net. So in both the exhibition games and again tonight. Kenny Anderson blocked by McGrady. Kept alive by the Celtics. Pierce. Paul Pierce has really stood out in the second half. It's the 3rd jump shot he's made. If Willis can't return, then Slater and Oakley may not get a chance to lead. So fouls have become important as Pierce sneaks by McGrady for the deuce. And the significance of that is after the free throws by Pierce, Boston retains possession.
Raptors will play again tomorrow night in Washington as Vince Carter has the shot block.
He's not getting hit and delivering that jump shot.
Now he squeezes the rebound. Numbers. Nice. Oakley. Carter.
Charles Oakley recognizing who he had on his right shoulder in Vince Carter. Just
no rest for the weary on either side.
Eric Riley went over. They can't seem to get away from it.
Pierce, baseline, spinning. Might have gotten away with an extra step, but a nice finish nonetheless.
Very nice.
Warm up. He smiles during the game. He talks to the fans sitting in the first row. He's got a real great attitude, which is not as strong as the West this year. And the Raptors thought to be down near the bottom.
Well, the Celtics have to be healthy if they're going to deliver on those expectations, and they're not healthy here tonight.
Nice finish by Vince Carter. 16 points.
At full strength.
Final few seconds will tick away, and the Raptors are going to 1-0, beating the Celtics. The barrel shot will go down, so it's a 103-92 final. Kevin Willis.